Hi guys, owner of Essential Agency here, Nick Montiel. Hope all of you are doing well. I wanted to make this video because I actually want to show you how the software that we use functions and how you can use it as well to basically automate your outreach and get in touch with a ton of people very quickly with your ideal market. And then obviously that's going to translate into more meetings, more appointments, and then hopefully more sales calls and more clients for you. So I'm going to show you exactly how our software functions and how to build out a campaign using our software and why it's so effective and why it's going to save you so much time, save you so much money, and scale the hell out of your business. So this is the software right here. I'm going to share with you. All right, guys. So here's the software. So this is just the dashboard right here. So right here, this is going to basically explain to you the results or the information about the campaign that you're currently running. So as you can see here, this is between August 17th and August 23rd. So within that 7-day period, we sent 5,337 connections. And just to keep in mind, this is one of our campaigns. 931 connections were accepted, 753 messages were sent, and then 161 people replied to those messages. And probably I would say 40% of those people were booked for a sales call. And keep in mind, this is just connections. This is not including emails. So this campaign here is literally just a connection campaign, not an email campaign. So emails are honestly, I would say, the best because with an email, you can get very specific with what you want to say. You can be very detailed with your offer or what you're basically wanting to explain. And the response rate on an email is usually much higher than on a connection campaign. That's typically what I've noticed. Connection campaigns are great, but if you know LinkedIn, you're going to know that with a connection, you're only able to send a note with a maximum of 300 characters. So it's a very short message. It's not a long message. An email message is much, much longer. So you can go into a lot more detail with that. So this right here breaks down exactly what happens on a day-to-day period. So on August 18th, for example, that one day, 892 connections were sent, 120 accepted, 183 messages were sent, and then 25 replies. So that's just the one day. And then obviously the 19th of August, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and so on and so forth, and then 23rd. So that just basically just outlines what happens on a day-to-day basis. And then over down here is where you actually build out your campaigns. This is where this section right here is where you actually build out your lead list. So when you do one of these campaigns, it's really important that you obviously build out a lead list, not just of anybody. You need to make sure the lead list that you're building is going to be your direct market, your ICP, right? The person that's most likely to be interested in what you have going on, the person most likely to work with you. That's the list that you build out, right? So what we do is we use Sales Navigator to build out that list. And it's really quite that simple. The list goes right in here. So as you can see, this one campaign is 2,400. This one has 2,400. This one has 2,400. This one has almost 3,000. 1526, 1852, 3302, 797. So all these are separate campaigns and they all have the designated leads in each one of those campaigns. So yeah, that's how that works. These right here, okay, are basically all the LinkedIn accounts that we own. So for example, when you decide that you want to work with us, for example, and you want to have your own system built for yourself, what's going to happen is you're going to buy additional accounts, right? You have your personal account, and then you're going to buy additional accounts to expand your outreach efforts. So right here, we have 379 accounts to our business that we use for ourselves. So all of your LinkedIn accounts will show up here when you buy them. And this is going to be in the LinkedIn account section. Okay. The next section that we're going to discuss is the actual campaign section. So this section is very, very easy to understand. As of right now, we have 207 separate campaigns that are currently running. So this is not just for our business. This is also including all the businesses that have hired us as well. So we're actively running 207 campaigns in total for ourselves and other companies as well. So this right here is where you manage all of your campaigns. So for example, let's say you want to go into this campaign. Let's take a look at this one right here. And it's really quite that simple. Right now, as you can see, the campaign is running. So if you want to pause it, you just click pause and it pauses the campaigns. So with this specific campaign, there's 16,757 prospects, so leads. There's 635 that are actively in the process of being reached out to. There's 11,907 that are not currently in the campaign, which means that they haven't been processed yet. And then 1143 have already been processed. So this is like a little dashboard that explains what's happening with that current campaign. Okay. Now let's exactly look at the workflow. So here's where you manage your workflow, and here's how you can actually build out this is for a connection campaign. This is how you build it out. So for example, the first one, this is where you basically send your note with your connection request. Very simple. Let's say they accept it. Then you can postpone the amount of days that you want it to wait before it sends a follow-up message. So the follow-up message can be whatever you want it to be. Mine is just this. And then if they still don't reply after that second follow-up, what we have it here set as is 3 days will pass. If they don't respond after 3 days, another message will be sent. And that's what mine looks like. Very simple. If they don't respond again after another day, we'll send basically another follow-up message. And that's what it looks like. If they don't respond after that, the campaign will end. So basically, we have one initial message followed by 3 follow-ups. If they don't respond after the third follow-up, then that campaign for that one lead will finish. Let's say we send them a connection request and they accept it right away. That's fantastic. And the campaign will end. So let's say, for example, they accept, they reply, and it happens all within a day. Then the campaign is going to finish for that one client. And then what happens is if they do respond, me and my team are responsible for messaging back that person. So to make it very clear, when someone replies to a message or a follow-up message, the campaign is going to finish. It's going to end. And then it's going to be your responsibility to go ahead and reply back to that person. And you can say whatever you want. You can start by asking them a little bit more about their business. You could start by saying, personally, what I like to do is I like to get to know them on a personal level, crack some jokes, and then also I would like to ask them some qualification questions to make sure that they're a good fit for either my company or whoever's company we're working with. So that's how that works. Let's say they accept it, but they haven't responded. So if they haven't responded and they've accepted, it's going to send a follow-up message, which looks like that. And then let's say they respond to that follow-up message. Well, then the campaign is going to end over here. Let's say they don't respond after that follow-up message for 3 days, but they finally do respond to the third message. Then the campaign will end on the third message, and then so on and so forth on the fourth message, and on the fifth, it just cancels out. So that's how the campaign workflow is created, and you can very easily just structure that however you want to. So the account performance here is going to measure which of the accounts in the campaign are doing the best. So each campaign is going to have however many accounts you want it to have. So for example, if you come to us and you say, hey, Nick, I would like to run a campaign with 10 accounts. No problem. So this right here is going to actively show you the performance of all 10 accounts with that campaign, so as you can see, this guy right here, Mel McNeil. So this LinkedIn account right here is performing the best out of all 10 accounts within this campaign. And then lastly, right over here, what it's going to do here is it's going to show you the prospect performance out of all of the leads. So like I said at the beginning here, you're going to see that there's 16,000 prospects in this campaign. This right here basically shows you the status update of all those prospects within this campaign. So this is going to take a long time to scroll, obviously, all the way down to the bottom, but this is basically all 16,000 people, and it shows you the status update of all those people. So this is very simple. It's not hard to do this. It's very straightforward, and we actually set this all up for you at the beginning. So this is not something that you have to worry about. We will set all this up for you at the beginning. We'll teach you how to use this software, and then once that's all done, you'll be able to very easily navigate this on your own. So lastly, we come to the inbox. Now, this is where you're going to be doing all of your inbox management. So you're going to spend probably 90% of your time right here. So this is beautiful because what happens is what you can do is you can filter out which campaign you want to take a look at. So let's say you come to us and you want to have 3 different campaigns and you want to have 5 accounts per campaign. No problem. What you do here is you go to the filter section right here. You click on campaign. Let's click on, for example, this first campaign right here. Click apply. And then what's going to happen is it's going to show you basically all the messages for that one campaign. And if you click on unread, it's going to show you all of the unread messages that you have with that one campaign. So this one doesn't have any, which means it probably just started. Let's take a look at this one over here. Okay, so let's go back to all messages. So this right here is showing me two different campaigns right now simultaneously because I put it in the filters. So for example, these are all the messages that were sent with those two campaigns. Okay, so quite a few messages have been sent with that one campaign or those two campaigns. Now, if you want to filter out only the people that have responded to you, but you haven't read the message yet, which is typically what I always do, I just click on the campaign I want to look at, and then I click on unread, and it's going to show me everyone that I haven't responded to and everyone's message that I haven't opened up yet. So all these people here are messages that I haven't opened up or responded to yet. So this part is super easy, and you're probably going to be spending, I would say, 90% of your time here. So let's take a look at this one right here. So go to unread. So this campaign has 5 messages that haven't been opened yet and are currently unread. So yeah, this part is where you're going to spend most of your time. This is where I spend most of my time. This is where you do all of your inbox management and you take care of all of the messaging sequences. And this is also where you qualify your customers. This is also where you respond and book them into a sales call. So yeah, it's very simple to use this software. It's not complicated. I think that it's one of the best softwares that we ever have worked with. We've partnered with HeyReach, and we've also partnered with SMMzilla. And as a result, we're able to get access to all of these accounts. We're able to get access to this software at a very, very cheap cost. And it makes our outreach efforts extremely effective, very precise. And I would love to show you guys how to do this in more depth. If that's something that you do want me to do, just let me know. I'll make a video on it. So if you want me to actually build out a campaign from start to finish, do the lead list, build out the workflow, and actually make a video on how to do something from start to finish, I can also do that as well. But I just wanted to make this video to show you how our software works, and I wanted to also show you our software and how it operates and how you can navigate through it. As you can see, it's very easy to navigate through the software. It's not hard at all. So yeah, I hope that video kind of very easily outlines how things work with Essential Agency and how we do our outreach. And yeah, that was the video on our software. I hope that video helped out, and I hope that was informative. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you watching this video. Help me get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like my videos, comment my videos, and subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to make more videos in the coming future. You guys have a fantastic day.